So anteversion and retroversion, technically they're deformities, but I don't think they're a problem. The problem is when you don't know they exist. It's easier for me to demonstrate what is retroversion because I have it, okay? So when I stand up, my feet are clearly straight. I have my feet together and they're totally straight. I can't get them together any further. I have minimized any action of pronation. If you look at my kneecaps, they're kind of turned outwards, okay? So I have to turn my feet inwards, which is now internally rotating my hip to get my kneecaps anywhere close to looking straight. So that means I'm relatively external rotated. So retroversion, by definition, is if I go back to sitting, and here's the femoral head into the acetabulum, okay? Here's my very long femoral neck, and now there's an angle that changes for my femur. It's this. Nothing changes up here, but there's a rotation of the entire femur that's outward, retroversion. So you live more in external rotation, so it's very easy to externally rotate. And for that same given situation, it's much harder to internally rotate. The opposite is true of anteversion. It's a little bit harder for me to demonstrate. But again, ball and socket, angle, femoral neck, the angle changes for the femur, and it's turned inward. So nothing, again, changes up here at the femoral head. And that would be a person that's clearly more internal rotation dominant. And they may have something like, they're going to be a great butterfly goalie, but if they're anteverted, they're going to struggle with making kick saves, etc. So you can have incredible range of motions in both directions and not have this deformity. It's when you have one or the other. Now, how do you confirm that? How do you know you have it? Well, maybe you struggle with something, and usually if somebody struggles enough, there becomes some type of orthopedic compromise where an x-ray would confirm this, other types of imaging would confirm this. And there's also what's called the Craig's test. The individual is lying prone, and a therapist is finding the angle of rotation where the greater tuberosity kind of pokes out on the side of the hip. There's a management of around, where it lands would tell you if this person is normal in terms of the deformity of the hip, or if they were anteverted or retroverted.